I was like, where's our
I'm
Monami?
Monami. Once again, I've been put in such an unreasonable situation. Seriously, he's like the king of unreasonableness. Why did it turn out like this? We were supposed to have a fun, friendly school trip, but it turned out all bloody instead.
It's all your fault.
This definitely cannot be allowed. That's why I want you to remember this. Everyone, do your very best. Don't lose to yourself. And don't forget to save frequently.
Here we go.
Okay, so we made it halfway there, and we really didn't accomplish anything, but no twists happened either, so I'm kind of just like, whatever about the whole thing.
It suddenly got quiet in here. Did I confuse
It better,
you?
because...
If so, I wish I could die from self-loathing.
I wish you could die from self-loathing too, Nagito.
Man.
Wouldn't that be great?
If that's the case, it would have been just dandy
Just
if they had gone
dandy.
ahead and killed me too. If that happened, the imitation would have been perfect. So why didn't they do that?
Oh,
Can't
if
kill one.
cut you up
Two.
into little bits.
Well, it's against the rules to kill 3 people in the first place.
That rule is too harsh. I couldn't get killed because of that.
He's like, not only could I not gotten killed, I wanted to be chopped up into bits like the Tin Man.
Seriously, just shut up already! Shut up forever!
Shut up forever.
But I'm
think he's actually gonna do it.
again, and he's totally right.
Because they didn't kill 3 people like the movie did? That's only because of Monokuma's rule.
It's not just that. Come on, try to remember the content of the movie. About the lion that got killed second.
That's the one Hyoko's body was imitating, right?
Even though we're calling it an imitation, the lion was actually pinned by arrows, right?
Sure.
But Hyoko's body was suspended by common household duct tape.
Don't tell me you're gonna argue the semantics of arrows versus duct tape, because I guarantee we don't have any fucking arrows on this island.
You could at the supermarket.
Find
Maybe
everything
they
in that
just
stupid
used a common
supermarket.
substitute because it was too difficult to imitate the arrow.
Mikon has been incredibly useful in this trial, even though she's been kind of
that's
hesitant to say
probably
anything.
it, but that attitude is what makes this feel incomplete. If falsifying the murder sequence was the killer's plan from the very beginning, they should have taken steps to properly imitate it.
But if we never realized it was a half-assed imitation, their entire plan would have been completely useless.
What are you trying to say? Are you saying the imitation wasn't planned?
I'm saying, Hyoko's murder wasn't.
What?
I understand that imitation wasn't enough, but aren't you making a bunch of assumptions? It's not just the poor imitation. There are also other strange details.
Strange details? Like what?
Alright, let's hear it.
Like, for example, why did Hyoko go to the music venue?
So, you're saying the truth behind Hyoko's murder is hidden?
I have no freaking clue what you're trying to say.
However, this is getting quite interesting. My 4 dark devas of destruction are getting riled up.
Temperatures are like, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Murder! Suspense!
Righteous justice! Fucking hamsters.
Why did Hyoko go to the music venue? There's no way we'd know that!
Maybe the killer summoned her.
If that's not it, maybe she got abducted by the killer.
No, maybe. She went of her own free will.
She was guided by the will of causality.
Yeah, whatever. Not agreeing with you ever.
Why did Hyoko go to the music venue?
Oh, the mirror!
Know that.
Somehow we knew.
Maybe the killer summoned her.
If that's not it, Maybe she got abducted
By the killer. No, maybe.
She went of her own free will.
I agree with that.
He didn't do Vase.
Yeah. I do like Sonya a lot more and more as the game is going on.
It's just as Sonya said. She went to the music venue of her own free will.
So, exactly as I assumed.
If no one called for her, then why did she go?
Yoko locked herself in her room because she was being overly cautious of the despair disease, you know? I don't think a person like that would leave their room just because someone called for them.
There's no way she got abducted?
Hyoko locked the room she
Unless
was
someone was
staying in
waiting there
before
to
she went
ambush her.
If she was forcibly taken from her room, there's no way she would have had time to lock it.
The killer could have locked her door, right? Just to hide the fact Hyoko got abducted.
Then they couldn't have hidden her room key that deep in her kimono. They would have put it somewhere more obvious. Otherwise, there's no point in messing with the crime scene if nobody finds the key. At the time, you were the one who actually took out the key, right? Then something like that.
I won't lose.
Okay. Need to waste our time
Are you
again, aren't
saying
you?
my gut was wrong? This could be my first and last highlight of the day. Why won't you just let me shine already?
Because you're wrong.
No, that's not the issue.
Shut up! Enough with your fancy talk. I'll shut you up right now.
Shouldn't you be more worried about where Nekomaru is? Okay, I don't know exactly what I'm rebuttaling.
That's actually a good question.
Hyoko was locked inside her room, right?
Why did she go?
She definitely got abducted or something. The killer forced their way into Hyoko's room and
Sonya.
forcibly abducted her. The girl is so small and weak-looking. And that's why the killer targeted her. Hyoko was locked inside her room. She definitely got abducted or the killer forced their way into Hyoko's room and forcibly abducted her. The girl is so small and weak-looking. And that's why the killer targeted her.
But Hyoko's room was locked. The key was deep inside her kimono, remember? It's more likely that Hyoko locked the door herself.
The killer was the one who locked the door. So what if the key was in her kimono? Maybe the killer just put it there later.
There's no reason for the killer to put the key in Hyoko's kimono. The killer probably didn't realize she even had the key.
Hold on! Try remembering her kimono. There's only one
Damn
reason
it.
her kimono would be that messed up. She fought the killer! That's the proof she was abducted, right? My gut is totally right after all!
No, you're an idiot.
Hold on! Try remembering her kimono was all messed up.
Was it? Oh, it was the other one.
Crap!
What, she fought the killer or whatever?
Hold on! Try remembering her kimono was all messed up. There's only one reason her kimono would be that messed up. She fought the killer!
There we go.
Allow me to cut through those words!
Shut you the hell up.
The reason Hyoko's kimono was messed up was because she wasn't able to properly wear it.
Wear her kimono?
Yeah, it's also the reason why she decided to go out on her own.
Yoko seemed to be really struggling with wearing her kimono. I believe that was one of the reasons she locked herself in her room. That is why I informed her. I told her that there was a full-length mirror at the music venue, and I suggested that she use it.
Then the reason her kimono was messed up wasn't because she fought the killer.
So probably what happened is she came to the music venue to use that mirror and stumbled upon Ibuki's murder already in progress, and then the murderer had to stop what they were doing and kill her.
Yeah, she went to the venue on her own just to fix her messed up kimono.
I get it. I lost. Boil me, burn me, take off my clothes. Do whatever you want to me.
Okay.
Hajime, now's your chance. Make her admit defeat. Or better yet, make her do a little something.
Look at him, like thirsty motherfucker with his tongue hanging out.
He is a thirsty motherfucker.
I mean, come on, Hajime.
Oh
Then, the killer
He's just
probably
loyal to
couldn't
Mikan, is all it
imagine
is.
Hiyoko would go to the music
I mean, who
venue.
can say no to that body, though?
Though that may not apply to Sonia, since she provided Hiyoko with that information.
Though I knew she would go there, there is no way I could have predicted when she would arrive.
Don't go doubting Miss Sonia, you cretin. I'll put you and your hamsters 6 feet under.
I mean, you might just. We'll see what happens.
Kazuichi, it seems you have quite the fashion sense. Do you want me to incinerate your clothes? Perhaps I could do that while you're wearing
Ha!
them.
Joke is on you! My clothes are flame retardant, you bastard!
Gundam, please stop!
Huh? What do you mean, for my sake?
Of course. I've already overlooked no less than 10 opportunities to kill you.
That's
You
really...
both ship them, too.
What, Kazuichi and Gundam?
Yes, they do.
Fuck off.
Even if the killer couldn't predict it, why did Hiyoko get killed in the music venue?
The only thing I can think of is, it was an unfortunate coincidence.
Coincidence?
When she went to the venue by herself, she was probably just unlucky and walked in on the crime scene.
Right.
She was killed so there wouldn't be any loose ends?
It probably happened when the killer was preparing to kill Ibuki. The killer most likely had already placed the hemp bag over her head. And without hesitation,
Killed Hiyoko.
Bye.
because the killer used that coincidence for their crime, it made this case even trickier.
That's the reason they imitated the movie to falsify the murder sequence.
Which means that low-down scoundrel didn't plan on committing imitation murders at first.
Then what was the killer actually planning to do? They've been cunning this far. There's no way they'd kill Ibuki without a plan. Do you have any ideas?
Damn, you don't know the most important part.
Hey Nagito, any ideas?
No.
Hey, how long are you gonna stay quiet?
Forever.
Oh, am I allowed to speak? I'm so happy I'm getting goosebumps. Everyone actually needs help from scum like me.
Don't remind us.
So what do you think?
I was thinking about it while I had my mouth shut. But now I'm finally able to come to a conclusion. Ibuki definitely didn't commit suicide.
Yeah, I think we could have guessed.
What are you talking about?
I thought there might be a possibility that she faked her death and tampered with the crime scene. But now I remember. There was blood on Ibuki's slippers.
Which we covered.
So if she faked her death and walked around the music venue tampering with the crime scene, there'd be bloody footprints left in various places throughout the venue. So that's why I think there's no way she faked her death. There's no way Ibuki committed suicide.
You know, we already finished talking about that a while ago.
Huh? Really? That's annoying. I guess I should just awkwardly laugh about it then.
Stop breaking the fourth wall.
Are you freaking kidding me? There's no limit to how useless you can be.
That's strange. That's very strange.
This is strange? What's strange?
Let me think about this. So,
We're about to answer questions, so if you want the rest of the fucking question while you think about this. On the...
maybe?
I can prove it
Oh.
with this! If Ibuki used the stepladder to hang herself, it's strange that there weren't any footprints on it.
Huh? There weren't?
Yeah, that stepladder was completely clean. No footprints or bloodstains at all.
Yeah, there's a little bit of blood on the side, but...
You noticed such a small detail. How amazing! This is truly the talent of a chosen ultimate.
But didn't you say you saw that video of Ibuki climbing the stepladder?
we did.
Then I
Unless she
think
didn't
there's
have
no
the
doubt
slippers
that
on when she
really
climbed it.
did climb it. Unless there was something funny about that video.
I see. So there was some kind of trick arranged in that video, hmm?
But that's something only Hajime would know. since he's the only one who saw that video.
Hajime, I leave it in your hands. As long as I leave this to you, I won't tell you to do your best, but oh well. You should get started already.
Fucking thanks, Chiaki.
Yeah, I'll definitely try.
He's like, oh, whatever, just give it a whirl. I have no clue.
Here!
Oh, fuck, okay.
I mean, it must be a pretty vague,
That's right, I remember now. There was definitely something strange about that video.
Can you explain it to us?
What's strange is that stepladder I mentioned earlier. It's true that the steps of that stepladder weren't dirty, but there was a bloodstain right on the left side of the stepladder. However, that contradicts the video I saw at the hospital.
Well, it was clean.
There weren't any bloodstains on the stepladder in the video. It was completely clean.
That is truly strange. If the video showed the moment of Ibuki's death, then Hiyoko should have already been dead by that point.
Even so, the fact is the stepladder had blood on it at the actual crime scene. The stepladder in the video was completely bloodless.
And there's no way the video was recorded in advance. If that's the case, the only thing I can think of is...
It's possible those two stepladders were completely different.
that's not where I was going with that.
Are you saying
But
there
it's
were
okay.
two stepladders?
But where would you
They
find
just cleaned
another
it off,
stepladder?
or they
There
knocked
was
it
only
over
one stepladder in
after-
the music venue.
Like maybe she was standing on it or whatever, and then they knocked it over, and she got hanged. I don't know, like.
Then one of the stepladders was somewhere other than the music venue. What do you mean?
You're suggesting that the stepladder in the video isn't the only thing that's different. Am I right? That's amazing, Chiaki! All that gaming has given you incredible deduction skills!
What are you two talking about?
Could it be... Oh, fuck, that's a long word. I have no clue. Could be the curtain or the floor, I guess. I don't know. Not at all. Is it filming? Is it NG? There's your G. Man, this is getting intense. Oh, location, okay. That was close.
Fuck me, I'm dumb as hell. Stop, you toss. Yeah.
There you go.
Ay, there we go.
I got it!
That was obscene.
Like
That's right. Besides the stepladder, the filming location must have been different too.
What do you mean?
I mean, the video I saw was not filmed at the music venue. It was filmed somewhere else.
But the hospital monitor is supposed to display footage captured by the music venue camera, you know?
Then, there's a possibility that the killer also tampered with the surveillance camera unit.
Oh yeah.
This is like the third fucking one of these things.
No, it's the second one in this trial. You're gonna have to deal with a fuck ton of them, so just get used to them.
Yeah, I was dreading these, and you were already like warning me about them when the game started, or before the game even started. Like when I was playing the first one, you were telling me about these. How did that happen?
That would be my fucking favorite thing, because they just get worse. They don't get better. Question 1. Which part of the surveillance camera unit did the killer tamper with?
I love that both is an option. But that seems like kind of a reach. Oh man, this is making me dizzy. Fuck.
Question 2. Did the killer tamper with the camera at the music venue or at the hospital?
Fuck. So the hospital? Is that the one I just chose? Or?
Yeah,
because I made the music video. I don't know what the fuck I was thinking there. I was
you
not.
like the color red.
I was not paying attention.
Oops! Goodbye, sir. You don't have a whole lot of life left.
It didn't start me out with practically any life.
You didn't have any life to begin with.
From the previous one?
Yeah. Oh, Lord. Question 3. What did the killer do with the camera from the music videos? I'm not gonna let you do that one.
I was like, because Kazuichi did say he tried to increase the signal, didn't he?
You couldn't.
It's all coming together.
I cannot wait for the end of this trial.
I
The killer
definitely
just brought the
can't
camera
either,
from the
because it's
music venue.
taking too long.
With it, they made me think it was a live feed from the
It's
venue,
not that bad.
and it was actually from somewhere else.
Then only the monitor was left in the music venue?
Yes, at least when I first discovered Ibuki's body. But when Hyoko's body appeared, the killer probably put the camera back too.
That means you should have realized that from the start and made this easier on all of us.
Why don't you say that to fucking Nagito,
He
bitch?
did discover the body. I doubt his attention was focused on the
He's the one that
camera.
wasted 30 minutes of our time.
It's true, but in order to hide that the camera was missing, killer did one more thing to the remaining monitor.
He destroyed it.
I see!
Painted it.
The killer smashed the monitor to pieces, destroying it. As long as it was in pieces, you wouldn't be able to tell if the camera was actually there or not. My attention was so focused on the body
it just
that
says titty.
I couldn't have noticed something like that.
It's a vertical sign that says titty as
And the
well.
moment Hajime left the music venue,
Can we commission
killer
that from
put
like a
back
sign
the
shop?
camera they took.
I guarantee you we can do that. When we get a house together, I am commissioning from a sign shop a neon sign like that that just says titty.
Well.
It's gonna be the stupidest inside joke ever.
Camera's connection wasn't that strong.
But everyone will know what it means.
Despite Kazuichi's desperate repair efforts, it seems it could not transmit from the hospital to the motel.
The fact that it was able to connect between the hospital and the music venue is amazing enough.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Don't fucking make me do that. And I didn't do that either. So many oops. All of the oops. That's just basically this. Oops, 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 oops. More oops. All of the oops. Some of the oops. Do you know what it is yet?
The conference room in the hospital?
Yeah. How the fuck did you see that?
That was unfair.
That was not fair at all. And now part of me is like, I don't want to seem like an idiot who questioning how do you spell this.
That would actually be a significant handicap for anybody playing this game if they didn't have good spelling.
I have pretty decent spelling. Oops. But one thing I do have, shitty hand-eye coordination. Don't you fucking do it. Sorry.
Boom.
Turn into a demon.
Yeah.
Right there.
You got rid of the other O that you needed. Or did I just look at that incorrectly?
Probably did. There we go. No, where'd my O go?
You fucked it up.
I fucked it up. Okay,
There it is. That AF is just sitting there.
And then we'll continue to sit there.
I got it! It's possible that it was filmed at the hospital's conference room.
Huh? Conference room?
But the hospital and the music venue look completely different.
That's exactly why the killer did something to make those two places resemble each other.
I guess the candle and the black curtain.
Yeah.
There's no way the conference room and the music venue look the same.
They don't.
Which place resembled the other? Did the conference room look like the music venue? Or did the music venue look like the conference room?
Or did they make some kind of set?
Maybe...
detective?
I mean, who it is.
There's no way the comp and the music venue look the same.
Which place resembled the other? Did the conference room look like the music venue? Or did the music venue look like the conference room?
That must be it.
Yeah, I agree with you, bro, sometimes.
I guess. He's been okay so far
What
in
the
this
killer
trial.
did was make the music venue, the crime scene, look like the conference room. They did that by using the black curtain hanging at the back of the stage.
From what I remember, there used to be a really flashy curtain. But after the incident, it somehow became a plain black curtain that didn't seem to be the right size.
That's right! It's so half-assed, just like Monami.
Oh yeah? Well, your face looks stupid!
That curtain was hung so the music venue would look like the conference room?
His face does look stupid though, but
even though the curtain in
it's
the
okay.
conference room doesn't stand out, it is a black light blocking curtain that's long enough to
as I turn back around and stare at it. It's okay, we were like the Monokuma Collective at Anime Expo, all of us wearing the masks in the room and of like 1,000 people.
Indeed, the floor of that room is the same color as the music venue stage. So the killer chose the conference room because they realized the floor matched.
Matching floors, matching curtains. I guess it makes sense you'd mistake the two.
But that's not all. There should be something else the killer did to tamper with the evidence. Probably.
No, I don't. Oh, the candle?
Yeah.
I can prove it with this.
But yes, you do. You just said it. You said
You're
it.
referring to the candle in the music video, right? In the video I saw, a candle was used for lighting. If you think about it, it's pretty strange. The music venue has good lighting, so there's no reason to even use candlelight.
But wouldn't they have done it to make it feel creepier?
That might have been another reason, but the main reason was probably to tamper with evidence. The lighting in the conference room and the music venue are so different. They couldn't be used during filming. That's why the killer used a candle as film lighting instead.
Which means... Are you saying the candle in the music venue wasn't actually used?
That candle was likely placed there just to make me think it was the same candle that was used in the video.
With candlelight, you can't see things in that much detail. Maybe they were going for that effect. With that cheap-ass camera, it won't capture much in a dark area.
As long as this all matches up, it should be no problem to say this is decided. The video I saw wasn't filmed at the music venue. It was actually filmed at the hospital conference room.
If I'd found proof that evidence in the conference room was altered, we would have reached an answer sooner.
I mean, I think we're giving the killer
But
too
it
much
appears
credit
the
for how
killer
well this
already
was thought
covered that
out.
up, so I didn't find anything when I went there.
But there's no mistake. That's the only place within the connection range of the surveillance camera.
The motel would have been too far, and the interior design of the movie theater is too distinctive.
But this must be a surprising turn of events for Hajime. You never suspected that the video you saw in the hospital was being filmed in the conference room.
The incident isn't happening at the scene of a crime, it's occurring in the conference room.
So how did they get Ibuki to the music venue if she was upstairs while he was watching it?
She was already there. The murders have already occurred.
But whatever. Kazuichi said that he couldn't, like, the video is only live, it can't be recorded.
Right.
If Ibuki's hanging video was filmed at the hospital's conference room, then was Ibuki killed at the conference room too?
No, that's not possible. Right after Hajime saw that video, he discovered Ibuki's body at the
Okay,
music
Fuyuki
venue.
might be able to make my point here.
Fake.
What?
There's a fake somewhere.
I see! The person wearing the hint bag in that video wasn't Ibuki. It was the killer pretending to be Ibuki. The killer put on a hospital gown, wore a hint bag on their head, and was only pretending to be the victim.
So the murder had already taken place long before then at the,
Yeah.
Okay.
By that time, the real Ibuki must have already been killed.
Okay. So, that means in the meantime, the killer would have had to have left the conference room at the hospital, gone all the way over to the music venue, killed Hiyoko.
No, we already determined that Hiyoko was killed before Ibuki.
So, had to go over there and reveal her body.
Yeah.
Because even still, like, okay, so she was already there, taped to the pillar,
actual
just
time
covered
of
up.
Yeah.
Must have been earlier. Probably around midnight or dawn to avoid witnesses.
If they took Ibuki from the music venue to the hospital to kill her, there's no way it happened during the day.
But why did the killer go to the trouble of making a fake video just so Hajime could go to the crime scene?
The reason the killer made a fake video. There's only one possibility I can think of. And if I examine that possibility thoroughly, then naturally the killer's identity will reveal itself.
Please.
Huh?
You fiend! Are you saying you already know who the killer is?
I really don't know.
What would that video have created?
What would that video have created?
What is the one thing that a certain person has that no one else has?
An alibi?
Who have alibis?
Everyone except for...
You and...
I don't know.
You do know.
Where was Gundam during that
We
time?
already said hi to him.
I don't know that.
For the early morning.
Okay, so...
Don't want to admit.
No, like, okay, so he was sick. She was sick. She was taking care of them. Unless...
Who was with you?
She was with me. No.
Yes!
No.
You're the only one!
Please don't.
Mika, you're the killer, aren't you?
What are you talking about?
Like I said, aren't you the killer who murdered Ibuki and Hiyoko?
Killer? Huh? I'm the killer? What is this?
Hey, don't you think that's kinda impossible?
Yeah, I actually do.
A chick like her as the killer? She couldn't even kill a fly. In fact, the fly would probably kill her first.
She's right.
I mean, it is kind of suspicious because she did spend all that time taking care of Ibuki and Hiyoko being all like, oh yeah, blah blah blah.
Hyoko's murder was an accident, so don't put Hyoko in consideration on why the murder would have happened.
But I mean, taking care of Ibuki and
A clumsy
so.
like me killing someone? That's completely out of the question.
But we're the only ones. Thanks to that video, we're the only ones who have the advantage of an alibi.
An alibi? Was that the killer's goal?
Now that you mention it, you guys brought that up earlier. Only Hajime and Mikan have an alibi.
It's just a coincidence.
But you're the only one who could have filmed that video in the hospital conference room. Is that also a coincidence?
I just don't understand the intent. Like, I guess she's capable of it, I just don't understand the intent.
At that time, you said you were going to the on-call
Why
room,
were we in
but
this
you actually went to the
situation?
conference room.
Because of the despair sickness or whatever?
That's when you put on a hospital gown that you prepared in advance.
Random
put the bag on your
man-ass.
head and began filming. By doing that, you made up a video that showed Ibuki trying to hang herself at the music video. And showed that to me.
She's like sweating from every orifice.
Furthermore, I saw that video at the hospital lobby. If someone wants to go to the conference room from outside, they have to pass through the lock.
So it's impossible that someone who wasn't already in the hospital went to the conference room to film.
Not only that, the others in the hospital, Akane and I, were both delirious from the despair disease.
So that must mean...
Please wait a second. What are you saying? I'm the killer? That's impossible. There's no way I could kill someone.
It's not literally impossible. Can't you give a better defense than that?
It just shows she can't even do that.
Hey, you sure this chick is really the killer?
I'm really not. I mean, it does add up, but like, it just doesn't make any goddamn sense.
Just like Akane said, it is really hard to tie it all together. I mean, Mikon is the killer?
I agree. It is truly difficult to believe someone could be killed by such a slow-witted woman.
That slow-witted remark is not necessary.
It's fine. I've been like this for a long time. In a tournament for social punching bags, I'd easily win first place with my soft reputation.
She's so pitiful.
Yeah.
Even I can't deny that. How many times do I have to tell you? It's impossible for me to kill someone. I'm serious.
What do you say, Hajime?
Do you still believe this woman is the killer?
Do you hate me that much, Hajime?
Hey, Hajime!
She's so pitiful.
Can you hold on a minute?
There we go.
What, Nagito? With those crazy eyes.
Well, I know I'm being intrusive and all,
And
I mean, I have no place to say this. I missed all of the critical parts, and I doubt I have anything worth saying at an
What,
important
this
time
whole
like
part
this.
right here.
What are you saying?
But still, there's definitely no way I can overlook the killer this time.
Nagito.
I thought it was
How much
suspicious all
Domino
along.
has the worst
From the very
face
beginning.
ever. He's clearly pissed.
Investigating.
I have the most, like, vindictive, over-the-top expression I can possibly muster.
Hey, what are you trying to say?
Well, thanks to that, I was able to discover a truth that nobody else knows.
What? Are you serious?
I've been so focused on everybody else this trial. But I guess now's a good time to say it.
I mean, yeah.
You better not have kept quiet on purpose. This isn't a game, you know.
This
Nagito.
isn't a game, you know.
This is a game.
Fourth wall breaking.
Alright, that's it. We're done right there. That's it. That's the end of the game.
Please don't say such controversial statements.
Well, what do you know, Nagito?
Well, it's nothing big, really. Only a small, decisive clue that points to the killer.
Dang!
On with it.
That's a huge deal!
A decisive clue. Does something like that really exist?
Let's take a look, shall we? Regarding the rope Ibuki was dangling from, this rope was supplied by the supermarket, right? There weren't any ropes inside the music venue.
This would be correct.
Again with the supermarket? That place is a hotspot for criminal goods.
It really is.
If they got it at the supermarket, that means it was brand new, right?
What's wrong with that?
I want you to take a close look at this rope. And keep in mind that it's brand new. Near the middle of the rope, it's frayed, as if it was rubbed strongly. But why is it like this? The loop Ibuki used to hang herself is on one end of the rope, and the part of the rope that hung from the baton lighting is on the other end.
Hey, you're taking too long. What's wrong with the rope being frayed?
It means, well, from what I can infer, I think the rope was used like this. The killer wrapped the rope around Ibuki's neck, pulled both ends at full strength. The center of the rope is frayed because that's the part they used to strangle Ibuki.
Hold on. I've been listening to you for a while, and it sounds like you knew about this rope clue all along. What exactly did you say to me during the investigation?
Not
asshole.
everyone cooperates at a class trial. Those who lie and conceal the truth will obviously be here too. Just like this case's killer. I was just copying them a little bit.
Huh?
More importantly, what was all that about the rope? The killer strangled Ibuki.
And then, I finished speaking.
Asshole. Oh god, so
How is that a decisive clue?
she's like, how does this prove my innocence?
Or her guilt. Like, it just makes it that much worse, Nagito. You didn't really prove anything.
But he did.
Huh? You didn't notice it? I thought I made the decisive clue very clear.
No, you didn't. Come on, Hajime, figure out what your boyfriend's saying.
I guess that's the one I'm going to use. All the rest of them have already been used.
Ibuki didn't die from hanging. She was strangled to death.
That's basically the same thing.
She didn't die when she was
Though
killed.
hanging and strangling seem similar, they're very different. The scars they leave would look different too.
Scars? You mean the rope burn, right?
Oh,
But
was that a thing
believed
we
it was
saw?
from a hanging.
That's what Nagito just
Why
talked
would
about.
that be?
Did we fall for someone's lie?
The body at the crime scene was hanged, you know. Obviously, we'd assume it was a hanging.
The Monokuma file complicates this too. It never specified hanging or strangulation.
Whoever misunderstood is to blame!
I have no clue.
What do we have?
Ibuki didn't die from hanging. She was strangled to death.
That's basically
That's
the
gotta
same
be that,
thing.
yeah.
Though hanging and strangling seem similar, they're very
Maybe
different.
it's for you, Vita, what he was saying?
Different
Okay.
too.
Scars? You mean the rope burn, right?
But we believed it was from a hanging. Why would that be?
Did we fall for someone's lie?
The body at the crime scene was
Hanged, you know.
Was hanged, you know.
Is this one of the ones that we made have to pull someone's info?
I
Ibuki
don't see any
didn't die
reason
from
for that
hanging.
yet.
She was strangled to death.
That's basically the same thing.
Though hanging and strangling seem similar, they're very different. The scars they leave would look different too.
You know what
Someone's lie.
Scars?
To that.
You mean the rope burn, right?
it is? Okay.
But we
So
believed
I
it.
don't remember how to. I don't remember how to do an absorb bullet. I think I have to hold triangle over it.
Was from a hanging. Why would that be?
Did we fall for someone's lie?
Tap it.
The body at the crime scene was hanged, you know. Obviously, we'd
I don't think
assume
I
it
can
was
take
a
something
hanging.
that I agree with as a truth bullet.
The Monokuma file complicates this too. It never specified hanging or strangulation.
If we keep doing that, we're gonna die.
We'll be fine then.
Crap!
We just died.
We're fine.
Oh.
This is my...
Yes.
We will never give up! Ibuki didn't die from hanging. She was strangled to death.
That's basically the same thing.
Though hanging and strangling seem similar, they're very different. The scars they leave would look different too.
Crap! Ibuki didn't die.
This is probably gonna take a while
She
because
was
I really have no
strangled
clue.
to death.
How big is that?
That's basically the same thing.
Though hanging and strangling seem similar, they're very the scars they leave would look different. Scars? You mean?
But we believed it was from a hanging. Why would that be?
Did we fall for someone's lie?
I feel like
The body at the crime scene
we're
was
supposed to
hanged, you
agree
know.
to that.
Obviously, we'd assume it was a hanging.
The Monokuma
Someone
file
lied?
complicates this too.
Yeah, someone
It
lied.
never specified
Someone
hanging
said.
or strangulation.
Whoever misunderstood is to blame.
They misunderstood.
Ibuki didn't die from hanging. She was strangled to death.
That's basically the same thing.
Though hanging and strangling seem similar, they're very different. The scars they leave would look different too. Scars? You mean the rope burn, right?
But we believed it was from a hanging. Why would that be?
Did we fall for someone's lie?
That must be it.
I thought we did that like the first time.
No, we didn't. We tried saving that one.
So that's what happened. We've been falling for the killer's lie this whole time. You said Ibuki hanged herself, but that was a complete lie, wasn't it, Mikan?
That is... well...
You told us the wrong cause of death. You lied, didn't you?
You should have been able to tell the difference between hanging and strangling just by looking.
Angling and strangling.
You,
In the
Mikan,
video?
the ultimate nurse.
Yeah, I mean, it's gonna be trial part 2, but yeah.
First of all, I'm not a coroner, so I don't have the medical knowledge to identify injuries like that. That's why it's not my fault if I made a mistake. You are right. And you have been a great help to us so far.
But even a drunk medical student can notice the difference between a hanging and strangulation.
Not really. It's basically the same thing.
I'm not taking her side or anything, but being clumsy and unskilled in this area could lead to a mistake.
He's totally right. I'm such a clumsy mess, and I got so careless.
Mikan nursed me till I got better. There's no way I'm gonna doubt her.
Don't you think her devotion to nursing is what helped her draw Ibuki to her death?
No, there's literally no incentive for this. Like, unless we're gonna have some, like, mind-blowing revelation about her, which, if that's the case, they better hurry up and get
if
to
not,
it.
her symptoms were still very serious and caused her to believe what anybody told her. It wouldn't surprise me if she willingly followed Mikan because she was nursing her.
So Mikan volunteered to nurse us? Because she was planning to do this all along?
That's a little... Aren't you like the thief who suspects everyone else of being thieves?
I'm not a criminal. Mikan is. I mean, she's a killer, you know.
You've got it all wrong. Please forgive me.
I'm sorry, but there's no way I can forgive you. I just can't forgive this crime at all.
Forgiveness or not, we still have not decided if Mikan is the killer.
I see. You guys are kind. Well, if that's the choice everyone makes, then the only thing I can do is back off, I guess. But is that really okay? Is that everyone's hope?
Nagito, you say the word hope one more
Oh,
time.
you're friggin' annoying! If you keep talking, I'm seriously gonna beat you up!
Please.
But I'm really not the killer. There's no way I'm capable of killing someone.
Is that really true?
Stop it already! That's enough!
I can't stop. I don't want to do this either. Of course I don't want to do this. But I need to do this.
You doubt your friends?
That's not it. I suspect them because I want to believe them.
What the hell does that mean?
I don't think belief and doubt are necessarily opposites.
Huh?
I do doubt her, but I still want to believe her. Belief lies at the heart of that conflict. 'Cause if there's no room for doubt, then there's no reason to believe, is there?
Don't say deep stuff. I don't really get it.
I mean, it's not our fault that we're in this situation, honestly. Like, the trust is... First of all, we don't really know each other that well. The trust is not really established. We have no real reason to believe any of each other.
You need to overcome doubt first. Belief without doubt is simply a lie.
Fine. Do whatever you want. I won't stop you anymore.
Huh? Is that all you can say?
Oh hell, here we go.
So in the end, you're all just a bunch of bullies, huh? Justifying your actions with fancy words. Making excuses for why it's not really your fault. Everyone always treats me like that. Always. It's all her fault. She's the one with the problem. I'm done with that. You hear me? I'm done.
Angry cinnamon roll.
Hey, Mikon.
It's not fair. It's not
I'm actually fucking loving this. Like, speak words to me, Mikon.
fair, not
I'm like,
fair,
this is
not
the moment I'm
fair,
waiting for.
not
It's like,
fair,
yes,
not
she's
fair.
finally cracking.
Why won't you forgive me? If you did something wrong, you'd forgive yourself right away! What did I do? Why won't anybody forgive me?
Is acting like this your strategy now? Wow, this is annoying. Plus, to be honest, I've run out of ideas. How can we get you to admit it? That's the issue.
If we don't have any clues, why don't we have her give us some? I'm the same as Hajime. I don't want to doubt any of my friends. But still, the truth is one of us murdered two of our friends. That's why we gotta stick with this until the very end, so we can finally break these chains of despair.
Break these chains of love. Although I will be like, I'll say this right now. If Mikon dies from this, I will be so fucking happy that she died knowing she slit Hyoko's fucking throat first.
Can I ask you
That
one
is
last
justice in my opinion.
If you're not the killer, then who fabricated that video Hajime watched? Like I said, it obviously wasn't me. Can you prove it? Prove it? Wait. Do you have any proof that I'm the one who fabricated that video?
I mean, this is kind of the opposite of what I was saying to Nagito at the beginning. The burden of proof is kind of on you now.
That's right! Show me your proof! Because you're just assuming the video was filmed at the conference room. Treating me like a killer based on an assumption. Just because I was at the hospital. That's totally crazy! I didn't do anything wrong! Why does everybody always hate me? Please, just forgive me already!
Is this broad really okay? She's emotionally unstable.
Yeah, we knew that from the beginning, Fujiko.
I'm not the killer! It seems she finally...
So we're gonna have to
started
do like a
arguing
panic
with
talk action thing with her, aren't we?
We will.
us. But the only one who can find the hole in her argument is you, Hajime. So, I'm going to leave this to you once again.
Oh, here we go. We're about to do it.
Why
Is it about to be
get to
panic?
decide
It has to be, yeah. I mean, she's setting it up right now.
Please, forgive me already!
Oh no. Hey.
A regular ass thing.
can't think of anybody else other than you who could have filmed that video.
Do you have any proof?
Here she goes.
Is the handbag on her head the proof? Is the hospital gown she was wearing suspicious?
This sounds like, you know what this sounds like? This sounds like Junko at the end of the first game where she's like, was it this person? Was it this person? No, that was Monokuma, like during the Mukuro trial.
But
You could tell her body type under the hospital gown? Just from that video? Just from that camera angle?
Whoops.
Damn it!
I'm not the killer! We can't think of anybody else who could have filmed that. Do you have the handbag on her head? Is the hospital gown she was wearing suspicious? Or could it be the hospital slippers she had on?
Ibuki and Mikan clearly have different body types.
Is that really your proof? You could tell her body type under the hospital gown? Just from that video? Just from that camera angle? Just from that dim candlelight? There's no way you'd be able to make out her body type! So please forgive me already!
Hajime, pay close attention and listen well. You're the only one who can point out the killer's mistake.
Save it.
Oh.
I'm not the killer! We can't think of anybody else who could have filmed that. Do you have the handbag on her head? Is the hospital gown? Or could it be the hospital?
Mikan doing her like sultry voice and fast motion like this.
Just from that camera, just from that dim. There's no way you'd be able to make out her. So please forgive me already!
That's funny.
Hajime, pay close attention and listen well.
My heart, my
You're the only
feelings,
one who
exactly
can
how I
point
feel
out the
about this
killer's
game.
mistake.
How I feel about this trial. Okay. I mustn't run away. I mustn't run away. I mustn't run away. So
It's gonna be the camera angle. How else would she know?
I can't think of
what
anybody
the
else
camera
other
angle
than
was
you
if you were the only one that saw it.
who
okay,
could have
yeah.
filmed that video.
Do you have any proof? Is the handbag on her head the proof?
So we know
Is the
that.
hospital gown she was
We know
wearing
that.
suspicious? Or could it be the hospital slippers she had on?
We knew that.
Ibuki and Mikan clearly have different body types.
Is that really your proof?
Not that
You could tell her
different.
body type under the hospital gown? Just from
They're about
that
the same
video?
height, from what I
Just from
understand.
that camera angle?
I'll shoot through that contradiction. Mikan, you've committed a major mistake.
Mistake?
As I said before many times, I'm the only one who saw that video.
What's wrong with that?
But I never said anything about the camera angle. So how can you say anything about the camera angle as if you saw that video yourself?
The only reason Mikan knew the camera angle Hajime had seen is because you're the person who actually filmed that video. Is that right?
This is your just reward. The more desperately you argue, the deeper you dig yourself into a hole. You lied, didn't you?
Are you serious?
Oh god, it's just so
Is it
distraught.
true, Mikan?
Yeah.
Did you kill Hiyoko and Ibuki?
Forgive me! Huh? I was wrong. No, that's not it at all.
That's not it?
I mean, it's impossible.
I've been waiting for
You
this
know
part,
that
guys.
tote bag Ibuki was wearing when she died? Try remembering the tote bag instead. Ding! I totally remember now.
What the heck's wrong with her? She's getting weirder by the minute.
That tote bag.
Yeah,
Isn't it
I'm
the
like,
same
I'm
one
low-key
that
loving
was
this.
wearing in the video?
How do you know so much about that video?
Who cares about that? More importantly, did you know that bag is a limited item that was sold at the movie theater? Hajime saw it too, didn't you? You remember the Usami decal on it, right? Whoopsie!
Yes.
Don't worry about it. I remember even if you don't. Ta-da! There's no mistake.
that that topag is a limited item.
What's that have to do with
So don't you
anything?
think it's impossible? Using one topag in both the conference room and the music venue at the same time? It's blatantly obvious that that's impossible. Don't you think? That's why that video isn't fabricated, and I'm not the killer. So you'll forgive me, right?
Taking your stubbornness
I'd be
this
angry
far.
to start holding my hair like that.
Yeah.
You're like, what the fuck?
Then you're gonna forgive me?
I mean, her hair is
won't
pretty as
stop
fuck, so.
until you forgive me!
Yep, here we
Alright,
go.
here we go. As I taint your ears one more time. I love these so much. Not really, because I suck at rhythm shit.
I'm pretty okay with it now, and when I understand the controls. Doing it on the Vita with the touchscreen was unbelievably just insufferable. True despair.
I'll keep explaining it until you forgive me! That bag is a limited item!
Well, Nikon, 'tis been a wonderful night. Shall we dance, my darling, one last time?
That's why that crime is impossible.
Oh god.
Chick, has she lost it for good?
Will you forgive me? You'll forgive me, right? Isn't that right? You're obviously gonna forgive me, right?
Why, yes, Nikon, of course. We forgive you. Loathe me, despise me. I commit these atrocities for the good of mankind. 20 points for those that get that reference.
I don't know that reference.
You still haven't forgiven me? I'll do anything you want. Please, draw on me. Do you understand? Why only me?
Oh, I have to break through her shields
Draw
first?
on me. Can you forgive me already? Forgive me! Forgive me! Please, draw on me. Do you understand? Can you forgive me already? I'll do anything you want.
Yeah, I see that.
Can you forgive me already? I'll do anything
Oh, I
you want.
fucking hate this when this happens.
Done for. Forgive me! Forgive me! Why only me? You still haven't forgiven me? I'll do anything you want. Please, draw on me. Do you understand? Why only me? Please, draw on me. Can you forgive me already? Forgive me! Forgive me! Please, draw on me. Do you understand? Can you forgive me already? I'll do anything you want. There's only one bag. It's impossible to use it in two places at the same time.
This is the
And
end.
I will always love you. I was waiting for that. I got it right the first try too. I was like, future
On the bone
prize.
on the bone meat.
Oh.
Whoever bought that bag should have received another one as a bonus prize. Which means it's not impossible to use that bag in two separate places. So please, just stop making desperate excuses.
Why? Why can't you forgive me? Why?
It seems her desperate struggle is finally coming to an end.
Why does everybody always hate me? You should just forgive me already!
Mikon, it's already over. After I go over your crime from the beginning and show that you have no arguments left.
I'll be right back.
Alright, I guess I'm watching
Just
the
admit it already.
execution.
In the end,
No, you still have to do the
Oh, the assembled thing, yeah. Alright, let's do this. So, let's see. Surveillance footage. Cool. Ah, hell, I don't know. Maybe that one? Nope.
This is my...
I'm having to redo
never
the closing
give up.
argument.
Why?
Because I died. I had like barely any health going into it, so...
What the fuck? I leave for 2 seconds.
I was pretty much dead from the panic talk action, so... Okay, so I know... No, I pretty much had it figured out for the most part. I think some of these are different now, though.
Yeah, it'll be different.
Whoops. Fuck.
The question marks will give you a hint.
Body was... It's a terp. So the drumstick's already there. So let's see.
So it's gotta be one of those people there, right?
Yeah.
Here's everything that happened in this case. The key to this incident is the surveillance camera video that only I saw. That's why I'm going to start with that to unravel the knots of this crime. When I went to the hospital with Nikon this morning, I noticed a specific thing in the lobby. The incoming signal light on the surveillance monitor was blinking ahead of the scheduled time.
What's wrong?
When I switched on the monitor, what appeared on screen was a person wearing a hospital gown and a bag on their head about to hang themselves right at that moment. That surveillance camera unit was designed for two-way communication with the hospital and the music venue. That's why I thought the signal originated from the music venue, so I immediately headed over there. But that was the killer's trap. In truth, that video was recorded in a different place. The killer brought the music venue camera the night before and made their preparations in advance. And then, they filmed that video in the hospital conference room. By doing so, they tried to make me think the incident was happening in real time, when in fact, the crime had already been committed by that point. The person in the footage wearing the bag was actually the killer acting as a fake. I didn't know that, so I went to the music venue and found the hanged body wearing a bag on its head. Seeing the body before me, I panicked and rushed out of there to get the rest of you guys.
Yeah.
But that was also part of the killer's
Dun
trap.
dun, and then huff puff.
After cleaning the conference room, the killer was likely watching the music venue from outside. And as if they were switching places with me.
I love how they just
Inside
keep
the
calling it the
music
music venue instead of calling it City Typhoon.
began working on their last trick.
Yeah.
First, the killer peeled off the wallpaper covering one of the stage pillars, revealing Hyoko's body. When I first arrived and saw the hanged body, I didn't notice anything strange about that pillar. I didn't expect it to be slightly larger from the wallpaper, or have Hyoko's body hidden inside. Next, the killer destroyed the surveillance camera that was used in the conference room. After destroying it, they mixed it with what was left of the surveillance monitor found at the crime scene. The surveillance camera the killer used was originally brought from the music video, but when they brought it, they made sure to destroy its monitor beforehand. They wanted to hide the fact that the camera wasn't at the crime scene. In the end, the killer transformed the crime scene into a closed room. They broke one of the drumsticks from the storage room and placed it near the music venue's entrance. However, they did this to mislead us into believing that the music venue was locked from the inside.
Oh, so when we broke it open, the drumstick was holding the lock in place, and yeah.
In actuality, the reason the music venue became a closed room was because of the glue. The killer sealed the door with glue and intentionally created a closed room that could be forced open. With that, the killer finished tampering with the crime scene and met up with Fuyuhiko and me. They helped us force open the music venue door, despite the fact that they personally sealed it. And they made us discover not just Ibuki's body, but Hyoko's suddenly present body as well. At the time, they pretended to be surprised, but inside, they were probably relieved that their plan worked out. Isn't that right, Mikan? This crime was orchestrated by you, wasn't it?
Evil.
Oh, great.
Yeah,
She's
I love
so
it.
Whoa! Now she's laughing?
It's been such a long time. This feeling, I know it well. Like the floor is collapsing, like the sky is falling down upon you. This feeling of despair!
Oh, hell.
Mikan, what has happened to you?
Whoa there! Before that, a moment of your time.
Now we figure out what happened. Yay! Clash trial over! Mikan dies. How do you feel?
I feel utterly defeated.
I was waiting for this. I've been waiting since you started calling her a cinnamon roll. I'm like,
Little do I know.
soon.
I still love her character.
She's one of my favorite characters.
Yeah.
She'll never not be one of my favorite characters.
Yeah, I liked Ibuki, and it really is a shame what happened, but
There you go.
man, was that worth it.
But I told you who was supposed to actually die before instead of Hiyoko. Well, who they originally planned on killing instead of Hiyoko
No, who was it?
was supposed to be Fuyuhiko.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that wouldn't have been nearly as good for the plot, because his death would have been meaningless. His fake out death earlier would have been even more meaningless.
Pico's sacrifice would have been meaningless.
I thought for sure though that Mikan was gonna make it to the end of the game though. I was convinced. Ugh.
Cinnamon roll turned into a sin.
I'm gonna go cry over that print that I got at Anime Expo now of Mikan.
No, I love it.